Linda is here.
Welcome. We'd like to welcome Abu Lama. Thank you for coming here to Austin and being with us, bestowing this Red Chenrezig empowerment and teaching us this practice. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. You have some genius picture you want to give to some, or I don't know. I put there on this Vejasan. Want to give? Hello, Tahidala Ina. Hello. Ina, not heard. Hello, Ina.
This is the one that we hear better online. Sometimes she doesn't like this one. She hears very well through this
Then
one.
what do you do? Do you like this?
Just straight up is good. Okay, I think Ina's muted.
Hello.
Yeah, she's muted.
Does everyone else hear us? Is it only Ina?
Everyone else is muted.
We can hear Lama. You can't hear her. She's muted.
Hello.
They can hear
Hello.
her. It's just that they can hear. It's in chat. You can ask her to unmute.
Maybe you call.
Rejoining.
Hello, Ina?
Hello, Ina.
She's back now.
Hello.
Can you?
Hello,
Hello,
Ina.
can you hear me?
Yay!
Yes.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear?
No,
She's unmuted.
she doesn't hear us.
Can you hear me? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, now it's starting something.
You okay?
Oh, now I hear this, yeah? Where's... Yes, now I hear.
Hello, Ina.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Now
I
good.
think now it's working. Yeah, I think now it's working.
Okay, also. Okay.
Book or
No need. Okay. 오케이, 다, 그래. 얘네, 내가, 다른 좀바다, 얘네, 자자카라 쇼파, 얘네, 참말라, 도서당 팀보고는 되네. 다시 달라 시간이지.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to say Dashidele. Hello to everyone who is here. I'm gathered in person, and also those who are joining us online.
되네, 나그 산도 그 왕국을 되네 제 럽송 대행데 되네. 내가 내 산도 그 왕, 제도 왕망부 그녀미, 되네 대나네 라버도 산도 그 왕, 산도 그 왕걸만 용시. 되네 이나야, 되네 산도 당아서 공분하네. 되네 rupa junzo tang tene lo ta par rumbo je len do ne slo ka ta wele je tene mala tene san de gu ti ma mon so ko yoris do ke la ting ma chuk sam sa tene ting ma ren so de ni ma ren na ni ma chyo to ne ni ma je ta ten da wo lo ta par so ko yoris tene ta san de nyam lin ta kan ta jan che lo mang bo lo jong ani here na tene tendo sene sopan so nyamlen se yoris te tene de one question na mande ko che samari san tene nge regular like any ins
So I was requested to confer the Guyas and Maja, which is the red Chenrezig empowerment. And so, first of all, I generally have not given many empowerments, just in general. But in particular, I have never before conferred the red Chenrezig empowerment. But so in our monastery back in Tibet, we hold regular practices of the Chenrezig, who is a Maja practice. In the past, every year-round, Rinpoche would visit different like families and places and monasteries and actually do a Drupchen on this practice. And Rinpoche would actually go around, as he's going around, holding Drupchens, he would do it as often as 13 times a year. And each Drupchen lasts about 8 to 10 days or so. So therefore, I have done the practice quite a lot, and also as it has been, I've been practicing it for some years. I have been doing these retreats and practices on the Red Chenrezig over the last 15 to 20 or so years, and so because of that, I felt that it could be appropriate for me to confer the empowerment, and so I agreed to the request. So.
ene tena yimba ta lama jichin mangbo ke tene wang mangbo nang yoris tene te nga so wang de sa wang da nga so wang mangbo tom do ko yoris tene ta nga so nyami se jola ta ko ka ra to ko ndo wa te ma do wang ga de yo maris Karisana Lama Tan gave she Mambo Mama Nando Yoris.
And also I have received many empowerments from various lamas. So I've had the conditions, the causes and conditions to receive many empowerments, and even though I have not received an extensive opportunity to do practice, to do a whole lot of retreat practice, but that definitely was no shortage of empowerments. So many lamas and spiritual masters have bestowed empowerments on me.
Tenete da Tereng Nato. Then Yamdon Zomba. zone one huge Gokap Songbatia, Teni, Jimmy Maimba, Teni, Jumpson Soba Songa Inde, Teni, Gavadan, Provadan, Debadan Jebe Gonetani, shooting in Gondos.
I think that our meeting today, the fact that we are coming together and have this opportunity to receive empowerment together, that has not just arisen randomly without any causes or conditions, but it has come about through the perfect gathering of many favorable conditions. And so therefore first we should all recognize that and rejoice in that, and then listen to the Dharma, engage in the Dharma with great joy and devotion.
Da Chudrupata, Nimbata, Teni, Wang Hiwada Gang Yin Yang, Teni, Tomar, Teni, Koala Ninjong, Teni Consosona, Koala Ninjong, Jevasa Mayba, Teni Koa Dunharden, Sola Tower Sibe, Dunia Yuba, that Dunia did Teni Consosona, Depada, Teni Yishi. That energy go is.
And so whenever whether we practice the Dharma or we listen to the Dharma or receive an empowerment and so on, in the beginning we must first give rise to renunciation. And so moreover, on the basis of that renunciation, then we must also strive toward liberation. We must want to become free from samsara, and then seeing that in order to become free from samsara, we need to place our faith, our devotion, our trust in the three jewels.
And yeah, that so that children method party then koala ninjong jeto go mares. Then tell then chula punya se matapa lelota namyang. That and the ching and don't do yours. Then it Labert data caps then che Ponjotan, Tujotan, then it be mambo yura, Tata sends a mambo yude, then it koa la that make up deva tela chane, then it make up deva tela cha tela she, then that thing then Tadung not so dramatapa, Labaton Panda Chandra go your race.
And so now the reason why we are still left not being able to actually practice the Dharma is because we have not been able to cultivate renunciation. And so because we lack renunciation, we are unable to really strive toward liberation and in strive in the Dharma. And the reason why we cannot bring ourselves to practice the Dharma is mainly because we are lazy and because we are distracted, especially nowadays. In this modern world, we are constantly flooded with so many things to see and to hear, and so we are kind of distracted by too many impressions that constantly kind of sweep us up, and so because of this constant busyness, we tend to cling to the temporary comforts of the ordinary life of samsara, and due to this we are unable to bring ourselves to Dharma practice, and as a result of that, we end up empty-handed. So.
Then Dangpo, Tangaso, Melorumbo, Tomna Yang, Tene Dela, Jevata, Gepata, Navata, Chivadungale, Mandetu, Tene, the Tadung Telatene, Tata makeup and Devata, Lochung Cap Devata Yunaya, Parateni, Remshi, Tene Gepet Dunga, Tene Navet Dunga, Tene Chivet Dungate, Tene Tommy Tajim me para you de Paris, Tene Ten Rawatan, Lute, Tene Yanjar Lane Mogopa, Tene Sanje Confan Tobar Sibala, La Deva then Dunga Tower Sibala, Tene Naso Chugo Yoris, Chula Ten then, Tene Tatoken Deva the top Togo Yoris. Tene Sanje Gatambo Chusung de Donghar Shipar Saas, Kunjung Pamar Saas, Lam Jangwar Sa, Gopang the Sason Yoris.
So although we have found this precious human body, we have still not gone beyond the sufferings of what we as humans experience. We suffer from birth, from being alive, from aging, from sickness and death. Maybe first when we are younger, we may experience some temporary happiness, but then as our life moves on and we age, the suffering of aging is gradually experienced, and then comes the suffering of illness, and finally the suffering of death. And that is something we can see unfolding around us everywhere constantly. It is always before our eyes. And so in order for us not to again take birth in such an existence and instead attain a state of enlightenment, if we wish to attain true happiness and freedom from suffering, then we must practice the Dharma. Without Dharma practice, true happiness, ultimate happiness, cannot be attained. When the Buddha first taught the Dharma, he said that first you must recognize suffering, then you must abandon its origin, and you abandon it through cultivating the path, and cultivating the path leads to the actualization of cessation, the cessation of suffering.
Dongar Shipar Saas on the Tene, Perna Machela, Zobo Madeva Chayuna, Tene, MJ Yapoje Tingo Yora, MJ Telatine, MJ Teke, Tene, Chirana. La Nasan didn't know the love young do, then the Nasa della Pimpechi, the means Sago Yorua. Then it means Sana, Emchek, Kari Laban, Lalint owner, mean the Sana, then Nella Togo Yoris. Then Nang Jimba, Tatanga Sola, Lude, Jeva the lungs and the Chigan and Jekdonha Yoris. Here you do, then it don't have tell Targo Yuna. Tambo gave him Kang Song Batten, the Lalin Si, the Lalin Seba Latine, and Dongal Togo Yures.
So the Buddha said, first you must recognize suffering. So for example, when someone falls sick, someone falls ill, then they first want to find a skilled physician. And that doctor first diagnoses the illness and explains to you what is wrong. And then prescribes a medicine. And then you must take that medicine. And when the patient follows the doctor's instructions and takes the medicine properly, then healing can actually occur. And in the same way, since we have already taken birth in this body, we have no choice but to face the sufferings of birth, aging, sickness, and death. And if we wish to be free from this, we must first rely on a spiritual teacher, a Lama, and then we must put that teacher's instructions into practice. And if we do so, if we practice the instructions properly, then we will attain liberation from suffering.
Okay, tene dongharte so tene jimi le songa maris tene junyu bala songa yende tene ngaso ga nyum ba pan tene geva drug ne tene donghale tor atende go yores.
And so the suffering that we experience does not arise from no causes at all. It has very precise causes, and the cause is our afflictive emotions. And therefore, if we want to become liberated, we must abandon these afflictive emotions, and we must practice virtue. Then we can free ourselves from suffering.
Tene da donghate tene nyum ba ga zo yude tene ngaso le nyum ba yore wasi tene nyum ba te tene ngaso ma ba na te dongha tro to yo mares nyum ba da kawa yoris semla yoris semla tene nyum ba do cha shedan tomo ngaja thado la tin tene tene tel in lesa ba tene dongha nyum ga yoris.
So the suffering that we experience is created by our afflictive emotions, and so when we look in our mind, then we clearly can see, of course, that they're right there. We have afflictive emotions. So how could we ever think about liberation without abandoning them? So where are these afflictive emotions? The afflictive emotions are within our own mind, and they are mainly the emotions of desire, of hatred, of ignorance, jealousy, and pride. So we are driven by these afflictive emotions, and under their influence we accumulate negative karma, and through that karma we experience suffering.
Okay, nyumba tela kanda yoris na chirang perna magic la gaha yuna teni kola magic ke ja cheng ban da uta tani kola chi magic ta chi kan thuba ja wan da urina chirang tela teni gaku yo maris teni hedang langeris hedang langwana teni kan cheng ba teni lag sawang ba teni sawang ba teni revang ba nyong yoris nyong ba te teni perna chawan da wona ten da yong yoris perna chirang magic samba chando wona kola pe ga wona perna pomona ta magic kola o natali ti yabo mando ko mavin ri jingdamra lana chirang samba na gaga marias te magal teni chirang teni kola namjor ngi ba tu teni cheng ngi ba tu teni sawang ngi ba sena teni ten da yong ko yoris che la cha yin la dang ten rang la cha yin la dang zena ri karta jan ten cha dang ke lesa bar teni ten ko la teni ta mi ba je ten chan do ko yoris ten ta ten je yong a te ten rang la nyum ba sem la yu sa de ten yong ko yoris ten nyum ba pang ko yoris.
And so then, so how do these afflictive emotions work when they are in our mind? How do they influence us? So, for example, imagine that think about someone that you really like. And if you really like someone and then another person speaks badly about them or fights with them, then you will immediately dislike that person and become angry at them. And then under the power of anger, you will then say something harsh, something unkind, or you may act in a harmful way. And these actions will bring suffering as a result. And it's the same with the other afflictions. Attachment works in the same way. For example, if a man and women are very attached to each other, if there's a couple and you really love the other person, you're very attached to them, and then you hear someone say, oh, that person is unfaithful, dishonest, and you can't believe them, and so on. It speaks negatively about them. Then very quickly you will feel angry at them. And then again you will say something harsh to them, or you will engage in some other harmful conduct. And so in this way, we are constantly tossed by attachment and anger and hatred, and so toward those that we attachment toward those that we dislike, and attachment toward those that we like. And then through attachment and aversion we accumulate karma, and therefore we continue to wander endlessly through samsara. So all of this happens because of the afflictive emotions in our mind, and therefore if we wish to be free from this, we have to abandon these afflictive emotions.
Okay, then Sanjay Kusundita, Nongari Parsa, Kunjong Pamarsa, then Lam Jamarsa, Sondita, Kata Jan Lam Jamarsipa, then Tamampo Yorisita, that the Tamdram and Dayuritani, Dayana Bumbagun, Sosa and Ramambo Yuritani, that's Haja Chimbo Gomyas and Ramambo Yores, and the Kata Jan, the Ratam Chetane, Lam Jamaratine, Tene, Gopa the Satane, Tene, Donal Troka Yores, and then means soon, then go nada yuna, go nada you do me, go nada, go me sooner, then go that Naja the Tasona, then Deva Yoruas, then I, then Lam Jamalatin, then go back on the journey, then don't have me the Deva that didn't project younger Yoris. I won't like him, but you do man.
So the Sutta Buddha said, recognize suffering, abandon its origin, and cultivate the path. And so regarding the path to cultivate, there are many different methods for cultivating the path. For example, there are various sadhana practices, or we can accumulate merit through the 7 branches, or we can meditate on Mahamudra. So there are many different forms of Dharma practice, and so all of these practices need to be so any of these practices need to be cultivated, and if we cultivate a path of Dharma, then cessation of suffering will become manifest, and then we become actually free from suffering. It is, for example, when you have a headache and take a painkiller medicine, then the pain subsides. So that relief from the headache is happiness. And so in the same way, through cultivating the path of Dharma, cessation manifests, the cessation of suffering manifests. So when suffering subsides, then true happiness arises.
Okay, then Dan Chu, Dan Sanjay Chu Mambo Song Yores, Chu Tamjeta, so Duna, then Lunga is some give up Joyaris, then Anito that then is him. There is that 나서 륜 소바르 시발라 테네 칼라사곤도 옥시 테네 셈데라 데바단 덴동하다 타바 탑라 테네 삼바타 닌지 돈이 고나 테네 나서 셈그 동하라 저거 요레스 단 다다 나서 조보테 텔라 센테 데바나 예리스 테네 니마 쳬글라 테네 로보테 롤란 존로데 테네 센테 라트니 쳔쳔 미자 테니 센드 동하를 저고요데 센드 동할 저를 시바라 테니 삼바다 닌지 고네 아 다테니 지 세고요레스
So, so the Buddha taught many different forms of Dharma, but in brief, they all come down to cultivating virtue with body, speech, and mind, of which the mind is most important. So to sustain our physical life, we need to eat food, and in the same way, and to sustain our mind, to nourish the mind and bring happiness to the mind and freedom from suffering, we need love, compassion, and the realization of emptiness. And then through these, the mind becomes free from suffering. So right now, the mind relies on the body, but one day the body will become a corpse, and the mind, meanwhile, does not cease to exist. The mind does not die, and so therefore, since it is the mind that must become free from suffering, the mind has to cultivate love and compassion.
테니 대인도 테니 테는 왕대 테는 왕거야대 테니 르라라 고미야 테니 나그 차다 몽송바네 아 그라게 니바다야 센라 테니 산조선 고 빙인즈고 다 텐데체 모두세 요리스
And so during the empowerment today, the empowerment introduces us to how we can cultivate our body as the deity, how to meditate, see yourself as the deity, and the speech abandons ordinary speech of attachment, aversion, and ignorance, and recites the mantra. And with the mind cultivates bodhicitta and rests in meditative absorption. And so in this way, this is what essentially the empowerment introduces us to.
ene jemelare pakya pambang go tho de yakba sai wang ranlu lakor dumba nange wang semi rangon choba dongji wang songna wang song yoris
Milarepa explained the meaning of the empowerment. He said that receiving the empowerment vase on your crown, on your head, is the outer empowerment. Visualizing your body as the deity is the inner empowerment, and recognizing the nature of the mind is the ultimate or the secret empowerment.
ene ta pambang go tho de yakba sai wang zde ta pambo wang te tene luchi jabata parasipak wang da cha de yoris te jemelare pak nyelin zo ge pongbo de nyelin zo ge pongbo de ma to tena yongelu na cha dong ha de le so to na la ko song yo de karpu yung den Zopa sis de ma to tena tene yong ya ke luris tene te to so na tene ranglu tene pare de yoris la gom choba de tene reven da cha de yoris then such a me long de Lama Nagaran Chade Yuris.
And Milarepa had also said that when it is not recognized, then the body composed of the four elements, or the body is merely a compounded form of the four elements. But when its nature is realized, then the body is realized as the form of the deity. And so therefore the empowerment is the kind of authorization to practice that deity, one's own body as the deity. And the four elements that make up one's body are the four dakinis, the four female Buddhas. Oh, was I unmuted or muted?
You're good. We hear you.
Yeah, very good.
Good? Oh, okay.
Okay, then it that I'm judging Melu Ramboji Lam Doje there, then in a so that and the Chunyam Sena, then it Sanja Compang to Batanja Lapura, Tamjo Melu Ramboji Lam Doje, Tanaji Chaga Yuris, Tem Meseta, Mulu top de Deba Sanja Tamjo Milu Chaga Yumaris. Then it then I give a dog semchin, Tamjil Tenata, so Tang me Bariwa, so Kya semchin. Then it then I in Gyamptso you back so Kya, Shenla neighbor so Kya. Then Mango Yorit, the other Rambocha Labo Yor Maris. Then it choose drop do look in Nova Yopata. Then it tell La Nova Yopa. Then the cock up some matter, then Tamjor Melon Boja Labo Yoris.
And so we call this existence a precious human body endowed with the freedoms and advantages. And the reason
Her battery must have died. She was trying to plug it in really fast. She'll be back. Meditate.
Okay. Computer da.
Her computer.
Okay.
sorry, my computer crashed all of a sudden. What happened? Okay, I can start over again. Sorry about that. So we call this body a precious human body endowed with freedoms and advantages. And the reason why we call it precious human body is because through this body we have an ability to practice the Dharma and attain Buddhahood. So merely being born human does not mean that one possesses such a precious human life. There's all kinds of humans and all sorts of other countless beings. For example, the animals on the land, in the oceans, animals that live with humans and so on. Among all of these countless beings, precious human birth is extremely rare. And so what makes this existence so precious is having the capacity and also the inclination and the opportunity to practice the Dharma. So when all of these conditions are complete, it is called a precious human life endowed with freedoms and advantages.
Oh yeah, then the then one should do then channels okay. Then Rangjibo shibde dunya zamayin ba. Then senjin tamje pama maze ba jam me ba. Then da tamje deva dan den donga dan trabe chi de nge. Then jine ze je wang xue. Then nyam se le ne. Then senjin tamje sanje je gongpa la go ge yin san ba gong long je zong mo chi.
And so now, today, when you receive the empowerment, cultivate this motivation. So when receiving the empowerment, do not just do it for yourself, for your own peace and happiness, but remember that all sentient beings have been your parents, and to cultivate a wish that they may all possess happiness and be free from suffering. So with this motivation, you should receive the empowerment of Chenrezig and engage in the practice. So aspire that all beings may attain the state of Buddhahood.
Okay, then wang de la, then dangbo chusi ba, then gag je ba, then loju ju ba. Then Lama Tanjika, Wang Shogo Yores.
And so these are the stages of the empowerment. First, we will perform purification, a ritual purification. Then we will send away hindrances. And then we will tell the story, the historical background. And then the disciples, the students, will receive the actual empowerment.
Okay, then Dambo de la Tusipa de la, then Rangachivola, Lord Yasamba, Gone, then Yigatar, Niladins, take up the Lord Yasamba Gone, Lord Yasamba got then Nijichimboka, Dirtsamabo, Chapa Papana, Yepamna, Niranga, Lunaka Madapa, Numu Baleta Pacha, Jabatam, the Tasson, Samrochis.
So first we begin with the purification, the ritual cleansing. And for that, begin with visualizing Vajrasattva above the crown of your head. And then we will recite the 100-syllable mantra of Vajrasattva twice. And during that time, I think that from Vajrasattva's body, a stream of nectar that has the nature of great compassion descends like rain and fills your entire body. And think that this cleanses all negative karma and all habitual tendencies or karmic imprints accumulated through body, speech, and mind completely.
Benzor Sado Samaya, Mana Balaya, Benzor Sado Deno, Titan Dendo member was the Kayo member was the Jayo member, Anarando member was Sawa Sende member is Sawa Karmasata, Sudan Jayang Guru Hong Ha 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 Banga. Sawa Tadanga Benzor Mame Benzor Benzor Baba Ma Samaya Sato Benzor Sato Sama Manavalaya Benzor Sato Deno Kindo member was the Gayo member was the Jayo member was Anarando member Sawa Siddhi Mendaya Sawa Karma Satam Sadaya Guru Ha 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 oh banga sawa dadang Benzor mame menzam benzor bava maha samaya sadhu 他等前说拉玛萨巴给往南的你，你就不能他们都干了的你，前是公交去啊。
So today you're receiving the empowerment from a kind of a newbie Lama. So therefore, I'm not able to do it all really quickly. So it will take me some time. And as I'm doing the recitation, just meditate.
Okay. Hong Yun Jie Long Jing Ge Jie Zuo Nga Nen Ji Zie Wang Ge Ge Ga De Ga Len De Ba Na Qu Jie Le Nga De Chen Gen La Ba Jie Jie Yin Den Ge Wei Ran Ge Ne Se De Om Sum Ba Na Hong Zhe Na Ba Yang Zhe Na Ba Ya Hong A Na Ya Ho Ba Ga Hong An Dong Jie Ran Zer Le Ba Wei Dang Bie Wang Ge Ge Len Sun Jia To Se Ren Zhou Ge Men Me Bong Ma Na To Chong Gyamptso La Dan Zhou Ge Che To Na Lao Fa Jiu Ma Ne Ben Ne Ho Om Ben Zha Zhou Da Hai Yan De Wa Ma Zhou Dan Da Ba Za Ben Na Han Ha Ho Bi 我这面到晚红这面到把一些全单来当包票子，所工就那不能领啊，也算这的。我跟总头的就玩一个，我们全家单家那所把玩嘛个，他就给老九他有是吧？
Ya ti loketi na la ni yore chikti thambo ringa derwa ke patini ti chadi tupa yang ke situ kara logo re niga logo re yana kara logo re
没把这老反正这个是吧？
okay
这个进去家人那能把啥的，对吧？我给牙家，都给进步上完对吧？对领导。
Ratna limba
这不得亲人的，这不得进去家人那能把啥的。
let's see yeah I've Ratna limba wait a minute but it's the long history ina yang ti ngati ti sering ayon sare this kwa
这人不蛮多的，多没什么多，
oh really
对吧？的老对吧？
okay I read they're short history so there's two histories here so the short history starts so it is the lineage the special transmission lineage coming down from the Derdun Ratna Lingpa, and so then it says in the essence statement of the root tantras, the union of the sun and the moon tantras, if you do not explain the history, people will commit the fault of not believing the profoundly secret teaching, and therefore a brief historical account is given. In the Western Pure Land of Sukhavati, Chenrezig Avalokiteshvara requested the lord of the family Amitabha, to grant him the Guhya Samaja Tantra. After the Dakinis had written its words with melted lapis lazuli on a golden scroll, they placed it into a chest made of 5 precious substances, gold, silver, turquoise, coral, and pearl, and hid it at Mount Tale Wangpo. Avalokiteshvara transmitted the teachings to Padmasambhava, who converted the symbolic script of the Dakinis into the script of Dhanakosha. It was later translated into Tibetan. When Padmasambhava came to Tibet, he subdued the gods and spirits and constructed hundreds of temples. He visited the most important holy places. All the teachings of the sutras and tantras were later translated into Tibetan. In particular, the vast cycle of the Great Compassionate One, Guhya Samaja Tantras, that cycle was translated in Arya Palo Ling by Lotava Chogyam and others. Some were translated by Padmasambhava himself. With the help of the mountain god of Kari, the golden scroll was then hidden at Namke Chenrezig, which is the stairway to space rock, entrusting these teachings with a seal of secrecy to the mountain god Shukari, the 9-headed black Nagas devil, the protecting Mamo of the secret mantra, and the Samaya-bound protector Vajrasadhu. Padmasambhava prayed, in future times, before this world comes to an end, may a karmically destined one encounter their predestined deity, the great compassionate one of Avalokiteshvara. Later, at the right time, Langdor Lotsava took birth as Ratna Lingpa, who revealed this dharma in public, and everyone gained confidence. The mountain god of Kari actually came to the assembled crowd and pointed to the dharma site. The dharma was pervaded with the scent of saffron, and 5 rainbows resembling silken cloths appeared. According to the prophecy of the Dakini Ekajati, when the first vase consecration was performed in the region of Pen, the great compassionate one appeared directly on top of the vase. The blessing pills multiplied and hovered in space. The Dharma empowerment was given to about 60 to 70,000 people, and the blessing pills were distributed. A limitless rain of flowers, the smallest as large as wild roses, showered down uninterruptedly from sunrise until midday. Lord Karma Chudra Gyamptso, Drupa Gyavang Chuje, and the great Neldong also received empowerment and transmission with great devotion. The 30 vase consecration Drupchen retreats, each of them lasting for 7 days, performed by Ratna Lingpa, did not meet with any obstacles and was accompanied by rainbows and radiating lights. Numerous magnificent signs manifested. All directions were filled with the scent of saffron, showers of flowers from the sky, and the gathering beheld the face of the great compassionate one. Then the teaching spread in all directions. Ratna Lingpa, Tevan Drakpa, Shakya Dashi, Kadong Sonam Dashi, Tsechok Lama Bima Wangchok, the great mantra holder Wangchuk Gyalpo, the Vidyadhara Karma Dunyo, and Raga Asya all possess the complete instructions and transmissions. The lineage of the Dharma empowerment is Tewang Drakpa, Ngawang Drakpa, Gunga Drakpa, Gunga Tenzin, Orgyen Tenzin, Derten Ningbo, and Raga Asya. The special transmission lineage is Ratna Lingpa, Mingyo Dorje, and Raga Asya. The benefits of receiving this empowerment are as follows. The Guhya Samaja Tantra says, in accordance with the words spoken by the Buddha Amitabha and Padmasambhava, fortunate great followers will continue to practice the 7 syllables. The enlightened body, speech, and mind, qualities and activities of the Buddhas of the 3 times are perfectly complete within the 7 syllables. receiving the empowerment is an inconceivable merit. If the great billionfold universe could be divided into pieces the size as sesame seeds, the all-knowing Buddhas could determine their number, but they could not determine the extent of virtue of the 7 syllables. The Buddhas could count the merit from saving the life of all beings in the universe, but how could they express the virtue of reciting the 7 syllables only a single time? One could calculate the virtue of establishing all sentient beings of the 3 worlds without exception in the ground of Buddhahood, but one could not calculate the virtue of reciting the 7 syllables only once. One could calculate the merit of making offerings to all the Buddhas pervading space, but one could not calculate the virtue of reciting the 7 syllables only once. Even if the body of ripened karma is created, one who has obtained the empowerment and transmission of the 7 syllables will purify the 10 non-virtuous actions and 5 heinous deeds without interval at this very time. Because the heart essence that appears to your mind is the great compassionate one, obstacles will be dispelled and beings will be tamed. Whenever one sees, hears, thinks, or comes into contact, meditates, recites, writes his name, or upholds his teachings, will be endowed with virtue, and wherever they are born, they will never be separated from Avalokiteshvara. Where is it? No. Wait a minute. Is from oh, there's more to it. If the extensive empowerment is not performed and only the middling Dharma empowerment or the concise empowerment is given, it will still constitute a perfect empowerment. The 4 empowerments purify one's body, speech, and mind. They ripen the mind stream and cause the wisdom beings to enter one's mind. The Tantra that embodies the 4 rivers of empowerment says, to summarize the essence of the empowerment ripens and purifies the mind. It causes the wisdom beings to enter one's mind and leads to the attainment of the 13 Vajra grounds as a result. Thus, you will experience maturation. Thus it is profound and its benefits are measureless. It is the destined, Avalokiteshvara is the destined deity of the snowy land of Tibet and belongs to the unsurpassed Tantra of secret mantra. It is the heart essence of Padmasambhava, of the 25 secret dharmas, of the Dakinis. This is the most supreme one. It is a special buried earth dharma of the snowy land of Tibet. So.
Okay, then Atambo Tomara Telatani, Mendajum Brochis, then Mendambo Capsu, then Rankalunga Isum, Tan, Ni Simjin Tam Chichen, then Dao the Zoma, Mazoma Tamjim Burkayu, then Mendajum Brochis.
Sorry, Ina, I muted you.
Oh, it's okay. So next, please offer a mandala. And so when you're offering a mandala, think that everything, the entire universe, your body, speech, and mind of yourself and all sentient beings, and everything owned and unowned, everything is offered to the deity.
Saye Beju Saye Meloda Rera Lenge Neda Jambande Sanje Yanla Mede Bavaye Roga Landa Gen Jeva Go Oingure Devan Dagan Rena Mandala Bade Zaho. Okay, then it that train one to you did, and it say near come down your long time jet, and Papa Chenrezig can come in ba. And then one Nanking and Lord Lopoyan, Papa Chenrezig in ba. Then Chan saw then Lada Lamu in ba. That and the Jake now start up on those. Madab and Navatam Japan, then Tapak and Navatam start up on those.
And so today, since we are receiving empowerment, what is required to receive an empowerment is a pure perception. So we begin by seeing the outer world, our surroundings, as the Pure Land of Chenrezig, and see the Vajra Master conferring the empowerment as Chenrezig himself, and also recognize yourselves as deities within that mandala. So in this way, cultivate a pure perception. So during the empowerment, we have to give up impure perceptions and cultivate a pure perception.
Okay, then ta lapa na koran so meto te cha yuris ten meto de zong ton tamo jane de ge ji de na ro na tamo meto da je ba.
And so now imagine that a flower is placed into your hands, and you are folding your hands in prayer, holding in the center of that, holding the flower, and in this with this gesture, please repeat the following supplications.
Ong to je che ta nyam jorwa lama sanga che ben cho wan chin wan ge da ni ji da kya kar din chi cham nan lunga yisan dap da ne wan ye ye shi cho to ba gong bu chu je ze do so English yue
Yeah. Let me do it in English. Hong, embodiment of the Buddha's great compassion,
Embodiment of the Buddha's great compassion,
precious Supreme Guru
precious Supreme Guru
of secret mantra,
of secret mantra,
self-nature,
self-nature,
of the great secret empowerment,
of the great secret empowerment,
having purified
having purified
the obscurations
the obscuration
of body, speech, and mind,
of body, speech, and mind,
of us fortunate Dharma brothers and sisters,
of us fortunate Dharma brothers and sisters.
protector,
Protector,
please grant us
please grant us
the highest wisdom
the highest wisdom
of the four empowerments.
of the four empowerments.
Okay, dan chang so ga lama la wang na ro che lam so an da ko yore ta lama ke ene sama sam je tam che ke den chang so ga song to ko yore zan ta mar la ko yore
So here at this point we are supplicating the Lama, the Vajra Master, to confer the empowerment, and in response to that the Lama asks, are you able to uphold the Samaya of the three secrets?
o sama sam je dam che ne che che ka de nyam je na te yang da chen bo de de we chur gen song wa da ka gen zhe ba chu chuan chu na ka ba me din na da kya tham che ni je de we se ro teng ba re shi che we len da ba me lan de ye je de zo da yang ji de si quan do
Again, please repeat.
gong shi
Gong Shri,
lama gong bo je dorje, rincho, la sopa, dakya, nyepar, cherbate, katang, tamla, mandate, churgin, dropar, dakyato, gudin, chinbu, zongdosor.
And in English, Guru, Great Protector, Supreme Vajra Family,
Supreme Vajra family,
and the rest,
and the rest,
please heed me.
please heed me.
I will take great care
I will take great care
so as not to stray
so as not to stray
from your instruction
from your instruction
and Samaya.
and Samaya.
I will practice
I will practice
earnestly
earnestly
and with joy,
and with joy,
with your kindness.
with your kindness.
Please accept me.
Please accept
Oh, the Daraninja Sova de Benuda, Nurong to Zona Dorje, Tamsik Jopa in the Tedara Kasamayan by Mangardo Jadosona, Dor Tamsik Dorje, the Tamsik Ken Dorje Zone. Menda Dorje, Torje, Tamsik Dorje la, Tamsik Dorje Lanjute, Tasik Trover. One day you do so Tata the jerk out of the way.
Tandate tamsik masong na tenit nyawan rotira.
Teta Kaza Mahimpa, Mangar Dorje Tamsona, Tamsek Dorje, Tamsek and the Dorje song, Manda Dorje, Troverchik song da. Do it.
Yeah. So in the Brahman text it says these are not just words. These are the Vajra words of Samaya, and do not break your Samaya of body, speech, and mind, or it will plunge you. It will drag you down.
Oh, okay, then. That the Chiran Sogatani. Dang Nag Dorjela Laba, Zonde U Sanatin, and they did in Zerochi.
So I think that you are raising a Vajra in your hand and repeat the following.
Tamsek,
Tamsik
Dorje,
Dorje
Na Pornsar, Tamle, Dana, Narakin. Oh, then the way you get it.
No, I don't have this one. Neither.
Oh, the Tamsek Dorje, Garden, Lungai. Shenya Sekte Nyawaran Do Suna Ye Bawar Jor Tarpe Sawon Chodat Teve Damna Nebaranzo Samaya Basha Sede O Jo Nambara Dabar Seven Don Chusum Sawa Sumda Jabson Rovada Yina Don Ba Dripjung Jan Ken Sosa Bada Mujo Sanjo Sem Jiba de Sos Make Be Namba Godon Chadara Sar Tobande Jedun Zu Da Chance of Tamsik Song Toku Yunas. Any time, Poncho Sona Jabson Rova, then it Yinla Dumbe Gonen, Riba Jama, and then Monjo Sancho Semchi Gokondo Sondo.
And so then in the empowerment text it says, so since you are able to observe the Samaya, you should always cultivate refuge in the three jewels, practice the 7 branches, and cultivate the aspiring and engaging bodhicitta.
Namo
Namo
Goncho
Gocho
Yedanla Jarwa Jansu
Japsu
Sokjela Dadan
Da
Rowa Semjinan Gosun
So
Gupe Japsunche Ranre Lala Sansarlo Manga Ransar Yupambur
Well
Mövje Dongwa Polosha
Tolosha
Hüsün Nyamni Yeyeran Korwa Dongne Toparko Kada Santar Yinbaryo Gunjang
Gocho
Ranre Toparngo Gosun
Gosu
Yonzo Toparcho.
In English, Namo,
Namo
from now on,
from now
until attaining enlightenment,
until attaining enlightenment,
I take refuge
I take refuge
with respectful three doors
with respectful three doors
in the three roads
in the three roots
and the three jewels
and the three jewels
and all the other
and all the other
sacred sources of refuge.
sacred sources of refuge.
I confess
I confess
all negative deeds,
all negative deeds,
such as the 10 non-virtues.
such as the 10 non-virtues.
I give rise
I give rise
to bodhicitta
to bodhicitta
of aspiration
of aspiration
and engagement,
and engagement,
and will engage my body, speech, and mind
and will engage my body, speech, and mind
to bring about the benefit and happiness
to bring about the benefit
of all sentient beings.
of all sentient beings.
Okay, now next. Jema
Jema
Daki Drokung Darzese Hugge Kimbu
Chen
Genkorda
Chen
Korwa
Korwa
Dongne Trukbese Semi
Sem
Yere Semjito.
I think I have a different text now. I don't have this part, I'm sorry. In my text.
That Karedana.
Ginayangti ki chela ngatitok dene mikpadela tok chavare. Dene mikpadela yeshe papa tok chavare ngai genala.
Data Demedoy.
Mendo, I don't know.
Data Demas Sandi and those Sandi to Tamantana.
Oh, Dr. Nala.
Sandi to Tamdoa. And Nantana. Yambo Senkiwa. Vejakala Senkiwa.
Oh, in the sound, yeah.
Oh.
Which, which page?
It's page number 12.
Page number 12.
and Chenrezig
In the Chenrezig book.
You want? Yeah,
So that, okay, Tarache de Chegura.
okay.
So, yeah, so please repeat. Oh, misery,
all misery,
to liberate all beings
to liberate all beings
into the mandala
into the mandala
of Avalokiteshvara,
of Avalokiteshvara,
empty samsara,
empty samsara.
its depths. I generate bodhicitta
I generate bodhicitta
with the four immeasurables.
with the four immeasurables.
오케이. 단, 자, 고미아리, 다, 스텐, 지름, 근데, 때는 지나서 다, 제네즈 곰토나, 다다 빠리 요래, 제네즈 곰테 마름나, 때는, 때왈, 셔말 포체 요, 산, 때는, 셔텔, 전추네, 때는, 안, 남카네, 때는, 제네즈, 그, 침보라, 레랍장, 춘총라, 때는, 에, 때르장, 때는, 카와 파파 나기, 때는, 쫄 카와 파파 나기, 때는, 랑글, 랑아이, 산, 템송, 산, then since the tender gone out of cheese.
And next we come to the visualization for the empowerment. And so if you can visualize the deity just like in the picture. So you visualize yourself with Chenrezig. If you have an image, you can use that image. But if that's difficult, you can just simply visualize a red tree at your navel and think that light radiates from it, and then this light invites the wisdom being Chenrezig and countless forms of Chenrezig, some as large as mountains and some as small as sesame seeds, descend down like snowflakes falling onto a lake. And in this way they dissolve into your body, speech and mind. So try to focus on this visualization single-pointedly.
No, then one year, 1样，萨瓦的酒吧，那也既然不见一些就是老话吧，因为既然那个什么呢，来我的将来没帮得到的人最近都就路边见个就做3万对吧？你说是吧？10岁的北京看进步呢，내 강이 라나라 저바게 강게 그래서 제라나 토제 진보 사반데바게 저바네 메메 도메가네라 보란데 응엘로 베만데다 단단다 아이게 마보 반도 저바네 저 생제 군데 득답장 선등을 달아든 거와 돈을 줘버려서 되게 용서 저바라 아니 사반데바 마보자제 사연제 바사에 변다도 그런데 사연세가 변다나 이제 변다는 전다 다다저 zopa 님조상와의 희마 사회어 버 용원도 성조여 변거는 저 제가진로 변다제 현재 겸니 얌제게란데 님의 선조도도 고 더더서베 대다라서베 님께서 서전고로 접촉바 대어도 요지는 사원 염전세바데 hinge jen garada ike samba gombadan ra wansu kawa do gara pemanda ike yingzhe zhou dewa shi sarwa la lama la lami shi xi be yam xi ren wara ju fe lama tuka ne shada yam chi lo we to ge yingzhou yingzhe ni la po ge yang long re yu ben ku lo zip zhou ge zip zhou ning yi xi sen ba dan jie ba cha de ko la zai jie de de jian yi sen ba dan shi le wen so jie jia wa jia ba jie de so jiu san jie三生坛阶段前边都报道了那些吧，咱就先把可是把的没把我民间那叫我人个错，他们这靠不用说把的，但是南可着做那老叫我呢马儿天前前边头个一些什么拉天把的关于我们那边没好人。本着什么样子什么呀东什么呀人，那边小呀，我们那边没好人，本着什么样子，什么样东什么呀人，这个啥，我们那边没好人，什么样子，什么人，那这叫 Dora Baba, Singap Jung, Ten Bar Me Banzo, Omasunda, De Dom Benzaya So. Da Torma go on read that, and the Torma, the name Papa Chenrezig, Jinkur, Chatsama, the name, that and the Jilla Sardan, the name, Torman, the name, Zerkapon true, the Ranga Travala 10, in the Luja Drapa, Tamjeta, that Lula look at any sort of Mazin Limpan Dupe Lopar Impotamje. There's a couple of times that songs are. Then Yasuna in your songs and watch that.
So this is a Dharma empowerment. So the Dharma is visualized as Chenrezig, as the complete mandala of Chenrezig. And now think that from the Dharma, white light radiates and dissolves into your forehead, and that purifies all the obscurations of your body. All the negative actions of killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct committed with the body are completely purified, and your body becomes completely pure and radiant like a rainbow.
And then it look going, then it saw you Baba. Soon, Chama, Lujugon, saw you Ba, Mazimba Limba, Dupe Lopar in Batan, Pango Yoris.
And therefore, we must now also abandon all non-virtuous conduct of the body, in particular killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct.
Yeah. Finger med Torma. Don't know here another butter, but Jimmy Jay Kang. Tinye dan Jayan Zadovana Doma, Togje, was someone the Bayan. Regda Ikesamba Dang Jebe, Cordono de Sanze, Jawarain, Samba Jero, Tavara, Kazan Jatonta. Chachin Goa Yan Todam Javaram Janje, Tinda Bada, Yuba, the Jimba Colors, the Carbon Tree. Chiranam Jalala Dambargo, Hung Ran Yin Jewa Me Bale, Chuga Jave, Rinzon, to get the Lana Me, Tomako Son Yonzo, Gardin Wanga Yonzon, and the Gavia Yo, Hung de Malun de Bega. Go on, Lila Yonzo, yo, oh, man, me horn. Gaya Bekenza, Buddha Bekenza, de lu jia zhe da ge, ge ya wang de na, king ho de, ho de. Ge ya wang de na ge, na wa ge yan che de so gong ba la wang zhe ge, zhe ge zhe be ga ba jin de se pa wo tin dui. Hello, Ina?
Yes.
Tin dui, king yong de.
Dann yes, let's see, Yigen on a Kavatuk song.
Toma Jewer Yan, then Luja Bata, Go Wang Top, now go in Cheso Gombala Wang.
Once again, okay. It's a strange employment text. Yana Kerang is one thing that Pati Kyoto Sari, Pati Dagari.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, sure.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I got it. Right there. Oh, yes, I got it. All right, so here, the obscurations of the body are purified, and you have obtained the form empowerment. You are empowered to practice taking appearances as the form of the deity, and as a result, you will accomplish the Nirmana Kaya.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Rinjo Nawan Taya Jatukane. Zara Marbo Padame Bantre, Cheranam Jentin Paratan Bar Going Ye. Going Ye. Hong Rangen, Jewa Me Pale. Rangen Jewa Me Pale. Longa Java Tensonde, Tuji Truga Lana Me Oma Koson. Zopa Garden, Wanga Yanzone, and Devaka Bariko, Honde, Malun de Be. The Besson Gami Namder Hong Gami Namder Nyingbe Song, sorry. Hong Gami Namder Nyingbe Song Wang Ala Yongzo Kyo. O mane beme hong re kaya, o mane beme hong re, waka abe kenza hong, buddha abe kenza, tato male zer ma po song ne, chang rinpa la ten ne, tene zung chama tsikzo ngan char ke, le sa kya ba tam te ta song sam lo chi.
And next, think that a red light radiates from the Dharma and dissolves into your throat, and think that the four non-virtuous deeds of the speech are being purified. That is harsh speech, idle speech, lying, and divisive speech.
Chaba da song wan to chaba song gen che zo gong ba la wang de ba long kon de ba ka ba jin de se ba o.
You have received the speech empowerment and are now authorized to recite the mantra and recognizing all sounds as the mantra. The obscurations of speech are purified, and the seed for attaining the Sambhoga Kaya is planted in your mind.
Yang ranga toka ikisim ba tam din je toka le zer tinka rab den tune chirang nam je ningar dan ba gong ke tene ta Chenrezig toka la ten tam din yu de ten tam din toka na zer ngu bon chu. Hello?
Hallo?
Ja.
Was ist schön, den ich
Was denn? Zen chune ten tene ij na sen lokta yang godara.
Yeah. So then next, third, think that from the heart of Chenrezig, Hayagriva emerges, or there is a Hayagriva in Chenrezig's heart, and from Hayagriva's heart, blue light radiates, brilliant, dazzling blue light radiates and dissolves into your heart, and purifies the three non-virtues of the mind. That is covetousness, harmful intent, and wrong views.
Torma kaso yonzo na kardi wangya, torma kaso yonzo par kardi wangya yonzo na. Deva kagya to barikyo, deva kagya to barikyo, hong chuminka. Hong chumin ta dara ishi to, tuwang ishi. Tuwang semla yonzo hyo, om mane pime hong. Ngara tada abe kenza hong, buddha abe kenza. 这一节这八大头节王陀真多头节切做公报了王这个去跟这个嘎巴金的谁把我来的平用的。
Oh, yeah, good one, yeah. And then lastly, now you have received the mind empowerment of Chenrezig, and by this the obscurations of the mind have become purified, and you are empowered to practice taking thoughts as the awakened mind of the deity as your path, and as a result you will accomplish the Dharmakaya.
Okay, then da 도만 때문에 여자 카도 나서 주네 때문에 지랑 남자 때문에 영화 있음 참말 때문에 나한테 공고사리.
And then next, think that multicolored light rays radiate from the Dharma and dissolve simultaneously into your body, speech, and mind. Kosong to yung ten tele dang je ba sen lap top rin ye je nam jo dang tele do ba la wa de qing wo ni je gon zhe ba ga ba jin de se ba ye no. Okay. Okay. And by this empowerment, the combined obscurations of body, speech, and mind are purified, and you have obtained the blessings of enlightened body, speech, mind qualities, and the four activities. And you have thus obtained the complete four empowerments. And then there is an additional empowerment, and that is the nectar empowerment that is received through the nectar from the skull cup. And think that as you drink the nectar, that an experience of empty bliss arises within you.
Okay. Everybody. Hong Samai Ge de Jia Sanjo Sanjan Tong de Zara Zakam de Ran Yin La Taki Songjo Wan To Gyo Om Bo de Zada Maha Sukha Aya Sang Wan Gor Okay. De Chi Tene Bo de Zada Tene Ta Sama Ka Wang de Samang Li Da Samang Wang Gor Le de Melong Dang Min Xie Je soon, Dum Yen Kada Tribata Traga don't over GX. You can do it.
So I think I have a different empowerment text than you have.
Different?
But it's okay. I think it's a different text, yeah.
Okay.
But it's okay. You can take Kalesunanga Hakusari.
Okay. That one melong tan. Then share doc one readers. Then it one take that same motor reader, same motor. Then the rang some certain. Then go on those.
Then next is the secret empowerment of the mirror and crystal. And so here, during that empowerment, the nature of the mind is introduced. So while you receive this empowerment, look directly at your own mind. So the essence is this a meditation of resting in a mind that is vast like space and free from all conceptual elaboration.
melong de sen son ko yoris. Then melong de ta ngul chiga mando. Then zonghin ram da sha chok yoris. Zonghin ram da sha chok yoris. Then da zonghin karpo nagpo marpo kane sharna kola shar chok yor de kol then kola chama ka kuyo maris. Then nang ye ba sem ta tani yen ta gwaris. Then tela then Zangboke, then it deba danhang, jie chogo yuri, minbag chada monsong, jie chogo yuri. Then it caught the jie then a caught then it Zimba mayo, ransa yakana, then it caught Tondo yuris. Then in Zimba shona, then in Zimba shona, then it lesa bar, then it Jeven Jong yuris.
And so the mirror is an example of the mind, and so anything can be reflected in that mirror. So, for example, one is not always born as a human. When you look yourself in a mirror, anything can arise, all kinds of reflections. We can be born as anything at all. Anything can appear in a mirror. Anything it objectively reflects whatever is placed in front of it. It can be white, black, red, this or that. Anything can be reflected in a mirror. And none of these reflections are the mirror itself, and the mirror itself remains as it is, always clear and pure. The mind is just the same. Anything can appear in the mind, just like reflections in the mirror. Virtuous states of mind can appear, like faith and devotion, pure perception. Harmful thoughts and states of mind, like attachment, anger, and ignorance, can also appear in the mind. And whatever appears in the mind, if you leave it be in its own place as it is, if you just let it be as it is without grasping at it, it will become naturally liberated. It's only when we cling to what appears in the mind that we accumulate karma, and then we must experience the results of that karma.
Oh, then it tatanga so. Then send the yet Tawa in a yan, then tell a new mobile drops on your wrist, then a new mobile there. That into charge down them automoke, then tell and Zimba show, then Zimba shows that the tenant, young sa. Then it let me give us out, then it send the drop on your wrist. Send the drops on the tenant, Tepa Jayata, then then Lama Muguchia, then the Kale Cabo Yondoris, Yondo Yoris, then Naso 산진 통나 대바제야 메바 심진 농하지 통나 니제제야 메반다고 빼 차본다고 센터 찬도 요리스
Now, the basis of our mind, the true nature, is naturally pure, but we are temporarily obscured by the afflictive emotions. So our mind is obscured because we cling to the afflictive emotions of attachment, anger, and ignorance that always arise within our mind. And we repeatedly cling. And as we cling, we habituate, we form a pattern of fixating the mind. And with that pattern, with that habit, we accumulate negative karma continuously, and our mind becomes increasingly obscured. And as the mind is increasingly obscured, it becomes very difficult for us to cultivate faith or devotion to the Guru. And even if we were to see the Buddha himself, the devotion might still not arise in our mind. And even if we encounter a suffering sentient being, compassion may still not arise. And that is because our mind or heart has become hardened. The mind has become so hard that it is very difficult to develop such feelings. So the main point is that when we develop faith, devotion, a pure perception, and compassion, that will purify these obscurations within the mind. And on the other hand, the afflictive emotions, the more we entertain them, they will obscure the nature of the mind. So the more afflictions there are, the less clear our mind will be.
Perna chiranga sanjela deba jena sanjela tomra ya che yo mares. Yena ya chiranga toya yoris. Chirang keteni semga deba ta dando yoris.
For example, if you give rise to devotion, to faith in the Buddha himself actually gains nothing from your faith. The benefit actually is your own. When you give rise to faith, then the obscurations of your own mind are purified.
This sanje kena deba yunaris, minaris, semjin tamjela toksewa chimbi ranking chabde yuris.
So whether you have faith in the Buddha or not, the Buddha's compassion always pervades all sentient beings.
Perna ama jela bugu, tingma tambu bugu jena. Tene ama de solo song bugu nang ya ama de solo song na. Tene ama de solo nindo se bugu de ting do griwas. Tabar bugu de yong do yu na mi na san. Solo na song na ya ama sen de ten bugu zala yuris ten na ten sen sanje ga ten zewa te ga ten gadu nan sen de yuris.
Or for example, when a mother and a child. So when a mother gives birth to a child and then raises the child, and later the child leaves the house, the mind always remains with the child. She constantly thinks about her child. Is my child safe? Has anything happened to my child? She always worries about the child. So even though the mother is elsewhere, her mind actually never leaves her child. And in the same way, the Buddhas continually hold all sentient beings with compassion. They never cease to care for sentient beings.
Okay, then the time along than shadow the so then Sam Song Yoris, then is then Sam Della, then rank Sam Melon than shadow the Sam Song Yodi, then Dachela speaking song. Then that Zangin Namdo Gangshana na Choho Yoris, then Zimba Macho, or Ransari Yagana, then Pimi Numi on Toronto Yoris, then Dokin Nana, Pimi Numi, Kandong the Gomashupana in Song Yua, then I then Yagana Ransar, Toronto Yori, Song Sari.
So the mirror or the crystal are symbolic of the mind. So the mind is like a mirror or like a crystal that clearly reflects whatever arises, whether it is virtues, positive thoughts, or negative thoughts. So whatever appears in your mind, leave it be as it is, without grasping at it at all, without following it. Then the thought will liberate itself naturally. You don't have to liberate the thought. It will liberate itself naturally and leaving you without having created any benefit or harm in your mind, without having affected your mind in any way. It just comes and goes. In the Dzogchen teachings, it says that it is like a thief entering an empty house. There is nothing to steal and nothing to carry away from that in that house. So in the same way, when thoughts are left as they are without doing anything to them, and then they liberate themselves.
Okay, then that short seminal Anthony Gomjo Holarach.
Now please meditate and look at your mind.
Oh, melon, sugar, dum, Shigonda, da, ka, da, Tuya, Wanga, Ching to the Wanda, yo, Zada, Benza Samaya, Dita, Tamaten, Jana, Ade, Abakinzo, Hong, De Conan, Basa, Wang Yin, Be, Chirana, Namanga, Chudunda, Demba. Samantha Salara game Bargonda Hugari Gazamba Shea Marbo Maman Bawad Pebata Jada Hong Ozare Mangada Mugo Mayangana Ranza Ranzon Wanza Yondona Kotame Bawanda Yo Oma Ahong Savata Abakanza. Okay, one, go your oh, then de longer than the Jedi. No, that the Jidunzu. Please repeat me.
Please repeat.
Then the long, long, the Chiranam, the Loja Loboya Danja, so Medoma, Chima Pur, and the Togye, Chenbu, Da Ki Zong, Zong La Che, Da La, Go War, Ze De Sor, Nye War, Ze De Sor, Tin War, Ze De Sor, O De Dara Zova Da Be Tu Je Jin Be La Zo Tu Ka Ne, Ham Chen Se Re Ne, Ham Chen Se Ren Chen Wa Da Su Ne, Che Ra Nam Je Xia De Yu, To Ge Ye Shi Ye Gan, Ta Ren Ku Ban De Ye Je Dun Zu, Da Nga Ge, Da Lai Tu Ka Ne, Ham Chen Mar Pu, Dene, Se Ren Chen Wa Na Yin Tu Ne, Che Ra Nam De Ka Ri Kyo Ne, Dene Ning Ka La She Yu Ba, De Gen Ta La, Dene O Ma Ne Pe Me Hong Zo Ne, Dene Je San Da Gu Lo.
And now visualize that from the deity's heart, a mantra garland emerges like a choral mala. It emerges from the heart of the great compassionate one and the deity, and then enters your mouth and descends down to the Shri at your heart, where it begins to circle as the Om Mani Padme Hum mantra around the Shri syllable.
Om Mani Padme Hum Shri.
Om Mani Padme Hum Shri.
Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Han Chen Me Do Mar Bo Chen War Se De Je War Tan Ba Gong Yue Do Je Chen Bon Da La Za La Jian Da Lang Go War Se De Do Je Chen Bon Da La Za La Jian Da Lang Go War Se De Do Je Chen Bon Da La Za La Jian Da Lang Go War Se De Do Je Lo Wo Lo Man De Nan Ji Ye Ge Dun Be Sen Lam Ju Ba Yin Be O Me Sen Da De Zhang Ben Za Ya So O Me Sen Da De Zhang Ben Za Ya So Wa Da De Ye Ji Dun Zu
Please repeat.
So Wu Che Dar Ga Zar Ba De Da Tam Ji Da Ki Ji English.
Written in English. I will do all.
I will do all.
You, the principal Lord,
You, the principal Lord,
commands.
command.
Okay, da te inde da jiran so da da wang xu yu ri si tene tene tam chek la tene sem ji na ning je gong ja tene te nang yin ba tene chi rang la nian ko la yu ba nam da tene chim si tene sem ji tam che la do we na sa we na tene sam ba da ning je 다 각자 삼바야고 된지 zongo 요리스 대담색 리스 되는 동토나 되는 제네zen 힘바 다람나 자리사 잔임자사 되는 때 말이나 사 쩌쫑와사 된 동토나 생합 쳔보리스 되는 담색 되는 송토나 야보리라 그렇지.
So now you have received the Chenrezig empowerment, and in the end there is the Samaya, and the Samaya essentially is to cultivate compassion for sentient beings, and you should begin with those closest to you, like your family, those companions in your daily life, and then extend that love and compassion and that good heart, that good intention toward all beings. if you can, on top of that, if you can, it would be excellent to recite the mantra of Chenrezig every day if you can. Ideally, you could do a mala round about 100 times, or 100 or 200 times if possible. Even if you just do 10 or 15 recitations of the mantra, it will bring great blessings. So the main samaya is to cultivate compassion for sentient beings, and if you can just maintain this main samaya, it would be good.
Dorma Senje La Bayin Beng Bada da Goin Ke Doma de Tuji Jimbo Sawan de Bella So Tenke Chala Kajo Lama Choda Jam Joba Sodan Jeba Tin Te Bada Jora Suna Oda Temje Kan Tembe Tuji Jimba Kwa Song To Dan Ye Miran Ge Lenga Yisun Da Ime de Chola Choya Bada Gom la sema je wa rama lu la kyo chuka na wan da ya la ko te je ba ta ka pe ma jun na kan do ye ze lo sa wa ja wan jo ya der do re na la ba ja se se wan ta ba ran zong so je do je la so ba ka re je ba la ma na tu je chen bo sa wan de ba ya yum sa wa ye yin kan do re da o ba tong cho tuk so wan je dang de se na ran ze ba se mo sa ha ze ba ja wa ren ai Sambhayam je sammaje dagadavaro gazasanja tonsanye gobya namje dan go waje namje doje lomandana na sanjala wange zoban zeda so menje zoban zeda so daga taban zeda so ne do parche namje kewan zeda jiwa jimbo je da jero la taban zeda so zesu nyang do tamje pa wan zeda so ko wa dang so ge je go tamje jo ba在的是能切个的这才能做对吧？这些情况的结果，人家老板在的说大多嘛的是看到拿手出的，等让个结果了谈呢，大多嘛多嘛个等个吃了，等你老嘛也当把我看着，等你跑吃了去种送嘛，等你就不老嘛他们就真去把大了有把等你等到那搞了人多嘛了人拿手出呢，等你让了谈等你。等让个人啊，也上他们家跟着吧，他们家打，十数半角他们家接，等你你送了这个过他们家秋送上了，等你打等着玩去了其实。
Yeah. And so then next visualize that from the Dharma, again multicolored light rays radiate, they dissolve into your crown. And so you think that the Dharma is surrounded in the space before you by all the Yidam deities, the Dharma protectors, the Dakinis, the lineage masters, the gurus, and all of these beings gather around the main deity or the Dharma like clouds in the sky. And so think that from all of their bodies and then from the Dharma, countless multicolored rays of light radiate and dissolve into you, and think that through this all the obscurations of your body, speech and mind are purified, and your life, merit and abundance increases, and the doors to the lower realms are closed. And so keeping this in mind, holding this in mind, please come up to receive the empowerment.
Om mane bime hoende Om amade Om amade wa ayaside hore Om bezardo da hayande wa Om hong so aha mon lama bando Om kabadaya kabadaya kaban Pangalan jana sede Om mene chaya dharana do Ore Om bezari na bima karma herega hong Om bedanjana sawa sede Om Okay. Yeah, please come here. Oh, mane beme 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 oh. Mane beme o. Get mane beme o. 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 Mane beme 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 Mane 되네. 다 왕걸 사와레스 되네. 제가서 다자 돌아 요바탄 벽되네. 뭐뭐나 제로 지스. 되는 가서 그 뭐뭐나 세. 되는 단사 이야기. 되는 두제체 에나. 두제체 thank you. 에나. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody.
So Aparama says now the empowerment is complete, and now everyone, also those of you joining online, let's recite the dedication prayers, and after that we will stop for tonight. And thank you everyone very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ina. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abuelama. Good to see you.
Sophia, Daniel, Pauline,
Oh, Pauline,
Joe.
Joy, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, now we playing this Amitabha praying. You have yellow books? Yeah. Do you have a yellow book? Where's the yellow book? Everybody has? Okay. Yes. You have, right? Okay, now we're praying. It's page number 40. 40? 40? Ma hu imon sara sanje na wan da ye da ye su jo da je jembo da ya da samba de je da na la sanje sa sa pa me ko je ko de je ngon sa ba de me ba ye de wa jin ye sa gen gan de da ye de ne zen be jen ma da je ga gen je par ma chu ba re te ve jen na nam da yan da yo de gu da ga mo la da ba ye sa je sa je sa sa dan je je kim me de ba ra sen je la de sa te ya da ban za da ya a wa bo do na ye zo. One more English.
Amiable. In the center is the wondrous Buddha Amitabha of boundless light. To his right is Chenrezig, the Lord of great compassion, and to his left is Vajrapani, the Bodhisattva of great power. They are surrounded by an inconceivable number of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Limitless peace and happiness is the pure land of great bliss. As soon as eye and feathers pass from this life, unhindered by another samsaric birth, may we be born there and see the face of Amitabha, boundless light. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, through your blessings, please accomplish this aspiration without hindrance.
Okay, thank you. It's good.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Abu Lama.
Thank
Okay.
you, Lama. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Rinpoche.
Thank you very much, Rinpoche.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Thank you,
you
Ina.
much. Thank you, Lama.
Thank you, Ina. Thank you, organizers.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Abula. Thanks, Ina.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Polly. Thanks, Joy.
Thank you very much, Ina.
Ina, how are you?
I'm good. Good to hear your voice.
Thank you,
How are
Ina.
you?
How is
Thank
the
you,
baby?
Ina.
Good. Baby's good. 3 years old. It's really hot here right now.
Please come to Seattle.
Man, I wish I could come to Seattle. Oh, yes, I miss you.
Yeah. The
How are
whole
you?
family coming together.
I know, right? Yes.
Yeah.
We will come. Yes.
Yeah, we have a
Thank you.
guest room.
Oh, we have to
Yeah.
come visit you.
Yes.
Our
Thank
friends.
you.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight. Please
Thank
join
you for
Bye. Thank you,
hosting.
the
Elizabeth.
weekend. Love to see you. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Good night. See you
Good
tomorrow.
night.
And see you
Good night, Elizabeth.